be eki don premier Sami Waipul be eki minister Public Enterprise my Justice Honorable Clive Edwards tapo eki minister Malolo etc. Pustua pa eki Alice Tamoipel tapo eki Charmaine, me he UNDP, pe fatapo tu ki he High Commission Australia, pe ambassador Japani, tapo tu ki he patere, pe tek motor on Europe, kau fafonga como me ama he pongpongin ke hokatu ai tau workshop mawinga pongpongin ko felave ia pe Freedom of Information Policy projects. The Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Samuel Waipulu and the Chairman of the Government Steering Committee for the Freedom of Information Policy Project, Honorable Clive Edwards, the Minister for Justice and Public Enterprise, a member of the Steering Committee, the former Ministers of the Crown, Lady Aseta Fustua, and also Alice Tamoipel, High Commissioner for Australia, Ambassador for Japan, and also Reverend Mafu, and the distinguished participants for this morning's workshop. As the government started last year, the Prime Minister, who is also the Minister for Information and Communications, directed that the ministry start working on a freedom of information policy for the government, which will coincide with the political reform of governments, because information is very central and integral part of this democratic process. So the ministry approached the Commonwealth Secretariat office in Honiara and also the UNDP office in Fiji, Silva, and we are thankful they kindly funded a consultant to come and work with the ministry on this project. And here with us this morning is Associate Professor Rick Snell from the Tasmania University in Australia, who is the consultant helping us on this very important project. And towards the end of last year, government, the cabinet established a steering committee to oversee the work of this project, which is chaired by the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Samuel Waipulu, with members including Honorable Clive Edwards, the Minister for Public Enterprise and Justice, Minister for Finance and National Planning, Honorable Junior Philly, Minister for Training, Employment, Youth and Sports, Honorable Feao Wakata, the Chairperson of the Public Service Commission, Mishka Tuifua, the Chief Secretary and Secretary to Cabinet, Baspi Kautoke, the Solicitor General Government, Aminiasi, and also the Ministry as the Secretariat. And the steering committee have had 2 meetings, and its last meeting they have endorsed this workshop, which was started last Friday as a briefing sessions for both the government officials and also the civil society, making them aware of the issues that will be covered in today's workshop. And perhaps at this point of time, let me remind you of the objectives that the setup of this worthy project. The drafting of the Freedom of Information Policy is to provide an administrative framework to guide public authorities on providing better access to government information by clarifying what is expected of them in relation to the proactive provision of information, as well as responding to specific requests for information. The Freedom of Information Policy will also provide guidance to the public on what they can expect from the public authorities. The Freedom of Information policy will be supported by an implementation plan, which will include essential steps in the process, priorities, timing and deadlines, and costs, which is the budget to implement the policy. The Freedom of Information policy will also provide a framework which will pave the way for the implementation of the Freedom of Information Bill in the foreseeable future. In this context, the Freedom of Information policy will be supported by analysis of relevant existing laws, regulations, and procedures, and will include recommendations on how freedom of information can be implemented by way of legislation. So thank you very much for coming today. I'm aware that there's been a cyclone warning early this morning, but since the sun is up, so we might as well go ahead with our program. Welcome. Thank you.